Hear that? Let's see if I get it happen again. Yeah, it's slowly going away, but luckily Ghost Cat. Oh no, this is not the video for that. Alright. Shit. Okay, who are we visiting today? It would be none other than Freemason John A. Looks like John A was just a baby, and Lulu G passed away. What, 1824? 74? I don't know. What does that say? It looks as if someone has just newly been buried here. Interesting. I don't know what it is, but for some reason my ghost cat loves coming to the cemetery. For those of you following, I broke my rear brake lever. Ghost cat's sending out new brakes, new rotors. They're awesome. So does this work? It helps, but it's definitely not a replacement for a full lever. But it's better than nothing. No, that's not true mileage, but it's good enough. Approximately 170 miles. I'm going to show you my current settings. I did change them this morning. All right, these are my super secret advanced settings. The second setting, which is current limit, I had it at 40 amps, which is what Ghost Cat had suggested. And I'm going to try pumping it up to 50 amps. And yeah, it seems to have a little bit more power. I'm considering ramping up the speed sensor a couple notches, maybe to 7 or 8, just to get a little bit more out of the throttle. I'm not sure if that's what that will do or not, but we'll see. So what is this? Vlog number 4. Yeah, it's amazing. How you doing? I cannot keep it a secret. We are officially a Ghost Cat affiliate. And yeah, if you are thinking about getting a Ghost Cat, be sure to use my code, which is easy. It's emotion. Like the emotion I feel right now here on this 4th vlog. Yeah, I got about, I don't know, 170, probably more like 200 miles on this, and I'm stoked. Has it been trouble-free? Nothing is trouble-free. In my estimation, when it comes to motorcycles, you're always doing something. So you better love tinkering to a certain degree. But yeah, these are just inevitable things when you have toys, right? You're going to break them and need to fix them. So luckily with Ghost Cat, the reason I got involved with Ghost Cat was their reputation for customer service. So as soon as they heard about the issue here, boom, they sent me notice that they'll be sending out not just a new rear brake or a new lever for the brake, but a whole new front and back brakes and new front and back rotors. If I sound like a broken record on this, if you heard me say this already, that's because I'm so impressed and stoked too, because my yeah, my little finger throttles, it works better than nothing, but man, it doesn't, it doesn't work as well as having a full lever. So you know we'll be fixing that soon. I'll do a video on that repair. So yeah, man, I love this bike. Everyone that sees this bike, they love this bike. People take pictures of the thing. It's it's really quite an impressive bike. I think that probably a lot of things that are on here are standard. I don't know a lot about these bikes yet. I'm learning. But I think you could probably do a lot of things to the bike as far as upgrading and customizing. I have a lot of questions to ask Ghost Cat and Kevin and his team. Yeah, I have a whole list of questions, so I won't get into it. But I definitely would like to know, can we put supermotos on this? Um, where should we get those at? Can we upgrade components like brakes and the like? And where should we do such things? Are a little turn signals, are they to be available anytime soon, or where could we get those? How do we know how to set those up and whatnot? So tons of questions. That's just tip of the question iceberg that I have for Ghost Cat. But luckily, they're really good customer service, and any questions I've had, and you can imagine, I've had a lot of questions, and all the questions I've had, they've responded to and were kind enough to give me very good, detailed, concise answers. So, again, ghostcatbikes.com out there in San Clemente. Thank you very much, because this is, no, I'm not going to say game changer, but it changes your life. Man, to have a vehicle to get around and, oh, I'm getting verklempt. No, to have a vehicle to get around and and it's fun, because I don't like automobiles so much. Cars being great. I love riding. I love skateboards, right? Bicycles, motorcycles. I love riding, and then having something practical to actually get around in. Well, as practical as this can be, right? Okay, so let's go check things out. So far, I have looped this bike going uphill, and I have hurled on this bike going downhill. Now, to be clear, Ghost Cat had already sold me on their product. So I bought my Ghost Cat with my hard earned credit card. I don't know if there's anyone been ever more despondent about buying an e-bike than me. So I did a lot of research, um, on e-bikes, e-motos, before making my decision. And really, Ghost Cat just hit it out of the park. Oh, great. The old goggles are wet. All right, let's get out of here. Whoa. It's almost lunchtime. Yeah, in the early days, I owned a Vespa, and it's the fastest one they made. Dang thing went 80 miles an hour easy. And I learned some lessons, and and that is a short wheelbase has its limitations as far as speed and maneuverability are concerned. So this is a very light bike, 85 pounds, and the wheelbase is very short, which is good for me. I like that. Means it's transportable. I just don't think going faster, you probably could go faster, modify this to go faster than 40 miles an hour. Uh, I just don't think that speed is functional on this particular vehicle, or any vehicle that has that short of a wheelbase. Well, at least for my uses. Uh, I like to I like the functionality of being able to maneuver, um, and whatnot. So if I had more speed, I'd want longer wheelbase. Check this guy out. Historically speaking, he is very significant to this region and also to this country. I mean, bro has a monument in the middle of Placerville dedicated to him. From my understanding, of course, you could read this all here, but he founded the Order of Druids here in Placerville. And so the Druids and the Freemasons and the Odd Fellows, uh, yeah, they're all, of course, interconnected. This is one of several graveyards that house a lot of the people from the mid 1800s, and a huge community of Freemasons and Druids and Wiccan, I hear. Now, the fact that I have looped and that I have hurled make me even more want to master wheelies and stoppies. Makes sense, because if you master those things, then you really have mastered the balance point to not do those things. Yeah, well, I am so stoked on the sun. Yes. I gotta go eat. It's time to eat. Yeah. So I'm going to take my time, of course, with these wheelies and these stoppies. So I don't want to wind up here anytime soon. See what I mean? Yeah, I wasn't even trying. All right. $19.03. Yeah, I will wait on the wheelies and stoppies until I get new brakes installed. So, like I said, we'll be making a separate video on that. Willie and Angus, 1913, right before the First World War. And Angus, right before the Second World War, the Roaring Twenties. So back to the settings. I modified the settings. The current limit, which was at 40, is now set at 50. So I'm not sure how that's affected the ride so far. But I just put in mode 5, so let's find out. I don't know. I don't think it's any more punchier. Maybe it's a little faster. I am not sure. Let's go up this hill. Okay, that's good. So we're at 26 miles an hour, 28. This is all uphill, mind you. 31 miles an hour, 31. We're staying pinned at 31 miles an hour. So I don't know. You tell me. Right now, we're at current limit of 50 amps. And I don't think I need to pump that all the way up to 60 in order to get what I'm sort of expecting more of. Um, I'm thinking that I probably have to deal with the speed sensor. I'm not going to mess with that quite yet. See, what's happening is I give the throttle about a quarter of a twist before it responds. And so it's not so much a torque issue that I'm trying to adjust, but it's more of, um, yeah, that very beginning, the throttle response. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. I must say, I'm happy to have mistakenly discovered how to disconnect the brake sensor. I like that. Something I wish that was on the Ghost Cat, maybe I could put it on uh, or something like that. Maybe I could add it. But that would be a brake throttle, I think it's called, where you're able to harness the brake energy, put it back into the battery. Yeah, that would be cool to be able to do. Let's do something very specific in this vlog. It's not charged up all the way. It's 65.8 volts right now. And as you can see on this chart, we can go all the way up to 67.2. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to charge up all the way, and then we are going to see how long the battery lasts to 57.6 volts or 50%. Now that's the voltage that is suggested to not operate the Ghost Cat beyond. Like you're not supposed to go below those numbers. Now for the Ghost Cat F4X, we're using the wheel size of 23 inches. We are not limiting the speed, so we're up at the highest speed limit. We're not concerned with the brightness of the display. The voltage is set at the highest, which is 60 volts. And this is also the voltage settings for the various power assist levels. Those were all suggested to me by Ghost Cat themselves. And now for the advanced settings. Ghost Cat suggested 40 amps. I'm going to do this test at 50 amps. And again, the rest of these settings are all Ghost Cat factory suggested settings. Now, these sorts of tests are all subjective, of course, to the variations of the settings that you use, and also your riding style, not to mention the temperatures, operating temperatures that you're working at. So let's go ahead and charge this all the way up, and then we will start our test. And this will be, let's say, a from 100 to 50% test. All right, we're at full charge, and the trip mileage has been reset to 0. Told you we were going to come back to this place. In a strange way, the Ghost Cat reminds me of the Huffy, you know, from back in the late 70s. And I didn't like it back then, but I don't know. I did start to like it. I think the first time I saw it, a reference to it, I think might have been the Super 73, which I dug when they first came out, but I don't know. I really like the Ghost Cat over the Super 73. At least the design of it. Now, I'm all about representing for Ghost Cat. They've made an amazing product here. But I had to move the stickers off. I'm not really much of a sticker guy. I think it looks tight. That right over there, exactly right up there, is where I looped the Ghost Cat for the first time. Because I raised the current limit to 50, it was at 40. Because I raised it at 50, I can definitely feel the boost in power. My main issue is, and maybe maybe it's me, I don't know, but the throttle, it seems like I move the throttle about this much and nothing happens, right? It doesn't seem like it. It is. Nothing happens. It doesn't pull. And then it kicks in after about a quarter of a twist. And so maybe that's something that can be fixed in the settings, or maybe I need to just get used to the torque coming in there. I can see why you wouldn't want this to torque as soon as you turn the throttle. I could see why. Uh, Safety concerns. But I would like it to be a little more sensitive than it is now, so maybe we can adjust that. Yeah, taking the stickers off, I think, is a good idea. Everyone loves this bike. Every time I bring it out, people compliment the looks of the bike. Kids, in particular, know what it is, and I'm known as the Ghost Cat guy. So, taking the Ghost Cat stickers and all the stickers off, I think helped to kind of make it a little bit more low key, if you know what I'm saying. You might not be familiar, but the Ghost Cat comes in a FS2 and an FS3 with variants of those. And of course, their current flagship, which is the FX4. If you're interested in picking one of these up, use my discount code EMOTION. I really appreciate the pegs. I know they're sort of just there for, we all know why the pedals are there. Because, yeah, you could just put foot pegs on this bad boy and be done with it. But I actually like being able to pedal the thing. I'm stoked. I just got a message from Ghost Cat that they're sending out both new front and rear calipers and rotors. How badass is that? Yeah. So, yeah, they kind of, were a little noisy and hard to adjust. And I think they made the right decision. I'm just going, you know what? Let's just replace the whole thing. I think the only sticker this needs is like a sheriff deputy's badge. We've been going through the different modes, and we've used about 2 volts to go about almost 4.5 miles. And this is why I told you I was going to bring you back here. I think even with the current limit at 40 volts, it has plenty of, let's just call wheelie power. Okay. Front end lift up power. Let's call it wheelie power. And yeah, I think it has plenty of power. I think it's the throttle curve, maybe if that's a correct term. Yeah, or throttle response, something of that nature. But I can definitely tell the power difference of setting the current limit to 50. Now, more volts means it's eating up more battery. But boy, can you feel the difference in the power. It's wonderful. I have a message for some of you guys out there. You know how we treat our e-bikes, our e-motos? I think that's how we're supposed to treat our girlfriends. You know, long rides out in the park. Now, concerning this battery test, it's probably going to take another day to wear the battery down to 50%. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Just went around the entire lake or pond or whatever that is. But I didn't get any footage of it because it was just too sketchy. So that tunnel was the Camino Placerville and Lake Tahoe Railroad used it. Yeah, since the new year, I've noticed more and more people on, I guess, what are considered in general PEVs. And yeah.
Nobody gives you crap about that, huh?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Nobody gives you a hard time?
No, not yet. How's this, man?
We've got Surons, but they don't have pedals. So people harass us all.
Oh, I bet.
It's like, yeah, you know.
Nice. Which Surons do you have?
You've got an LBX, I got an Ultra.
Nice.
They're fun, but the
Cool.
are actually pretty cool.
Well, this is what you get when you can't get a Suron.
Well, that's a smart one, though.
Yeah.
That's a Super 73.
No, you know, it is a Ghost Cat.
Ghost Cat? Okay.
But I always wanted a Super 73, but I'm lucky I didn't get it because I like the design of this even better.
That one looks like it's got better suspension.
It's really good suspension.
Sorry,
Oh, no, man.
take it easy.
Hey, take care. Have fun. Yeah, I just passed a bicyclist, and yeah, he gave me the nice bike thing. So it's cool. I hope the community stays receptive. I can't help but find this to be a somewhat artful montage. This guy over here, I think he made his own electric scooter. He hauls ass on that thing. I got busted trying to wash the ghost cat at my apartment complex. So I think I need to find a place to wash this down. Here goes nothing. I asked Ghost Cat how to wash this, but I haven't gotten a reply from him. And yeah, I gotta clean this up. So wish me luck. I still didn't get that after washing it. And it cost $4. So I didn't have change. It's $3.75. It looks much better though. Come on now. Who makes a better looking bike than that? Here's the moment of truth. We turn everything on. Will it work? Come on, Ghost Cat. Oh, there's that front brake. Hear it? Yeah. So they're sending out a new rotor and a new caliper, the whole 9 yards for that. So, all right. Let's see what we got. All right, we have movement. Yes. Yes, on an almost. Oh, geez, it's going to be nice to fix that. I'm glad that's happening, though. I wasn't getting it to happen. I wasn't able to reproduce that very well when the camera was on. And here we go. I think it's more pronounced when the rotor is wet. I think it's dried off now. It is Friday, which means tomorrow is the weekend. And it kind of seems to be working that out that I do my deliveries mostly on the weekends. It's going to be nice to get out, make a couple bucks, see some new places. Well, it's getting cold. Of course, it should be getting a little cold. It's February.